It's exactly as you said. It's tough. It's a tough journey. It's not easy, especially when you are doing this on your free time. And like for us, the co-founders is like our baby. Like we want to see it grow. And for me personally, I would say I will be like I am satisfied when I see this organization kind of growing and like delivering successful projects, delivering projects in line with the mission and the vision that we agreed on in the very beginning, and most of all, growing and getting more successful. So I will be like really happy if this organization gets to grow and to grow in the sense that it gets even independent from us, like the people who co-founded it in the beginning. So we wanted to become kind of more of a social movement, like something, because we want to build a community. We want a community to hold itself by itself, like not wait for us to push it. So now in the beginning, we need to push a lot, like from the core team, but yeah, like our goal for this is like to grow to a sense to be even like self-sufficient and self-sustainable.
That's good. That's great. Now, in a more concrete term, how do you really engage the people? Like, how do you get them going with this project? Share that part with us.
Yeah. So you mean people who work with us in the core team, right? Yeah. This is also a very good question because I mean, if you had a company, if you pay people salary, then like yeah, basically you engage people for paying them salaries. in our case, it's a bit difficult because we are all volunteers. So I think the very first thing is to find the people who really are aligned, who believe in our vision and mission in one hand, and in the other hand, who are also kind of fine with our processes and in the way we work together and in the way we are organized. So these are the two things. Then after that, if the person is like fine, like is convinced about our vision and mission, and if they are fine with our processes and our way of working, the way to engage them, I would say, is through enabling them to take ownership of things. So people usually, when they get like ownership of like projects or deliverables, it becomes their own. And then like it's important for them that like they kind of take ownership of that thing, and then that they deliver until the end. And we can also, I mean, we can increase also like the incentive if the person, for example, gets opportunity to go like outside on media, or like gets to record a video of themselves and post it on the social media and like through our networks and so on. So these people also get recognition. So there are like different ways. And for me as a coordinator, it's also important to keep like the balance between like the different team members. So it's important for me that everyone gets the opportunity to own things. So it's very important for me to like to give ownership of projects, of deliverables to the team members, and also to give them the opportunity to kind of get self-marketing, to learn things like whatever is important for them personally. And this is like my goal, like in my role as a coordinator, make sure that everybody kind of meet their like personal roles within the work in the association. I would definitely encourage the audience to check our website, diasporainaction.org. So Diaspora in Action as it is written on the screen, and then .org. There you can find like the basic information about us. Also check our social media. So we are on Facebook and we are on LinkedIn, and there we post like on a regular basis about our activities. As I mentioned earlier, we have like this project Borderless ongoing right now, and we are creating like very nice visual content which is like really relevant for like all diaspora communities. So I really invite you to check our social media. And the last thing also, if you are interested to join our community, like our online community, it is hosted on Mighty Networks. So there the link for that is diasporainaction.mn.co. So Diaspora in Action, exactly as the name of the association, .mn.co. And there you can access to our community and see how we enable this connect, learn, contribute within our community. And of course, if you have any questions, if you are willing to partner with us on anything, just feel free to reach out to me personally on LinkedIn or through writing us an email.
All right, that's great. So they have heard you. So if you're interested in what they're doing in this important project, try to connect. We're here to connect. That's what we are here for. Ola, now, the question I want to ask you towards the ending of it is, since the project was created, since the basic idea was set up, is there something that have changed over the year? What has changed? If not, please let us know.
So what have changed through our work, right? Like throughout our journey.
Yeah. If you have made some modification because maybe it's because sometimes life is also dynamic. Things change. So I'm trying to understand if it has remained the same or you have made some changes to it. What has changed?
Yeah, definitely a lot has changed. I think I mentioned that like before we start the podcast, it has been a journey full of learnings and full of changes. And as I said earlier, it's very important to build resilient organizations and to be resilient also in the way that you lead your organization, because like you usually start with an assumption about things and say, okay, I want to reach this vision, but like vision is like something like very high level and very abstract. But then you make some assumptions on how you can reach it. And then you start doing things, and then you learn from that and see that some things worked, some things didn't. And then according to that, you need to adjust yourself and your organization. So even for us, like we changed like the way we formulate our vision statement. Like it has been a bit different in the beginning, but then we changed it. It remained like in the same context, like in the same direction, but we changed it because we thought like this makes more sense for us right now. And also in terms of projects, like we have started with a number of projects. Some of them like survived, like the successful ones survived, and the ones which were not really successful died, and like we decided not to invest any resources in them. And then apart from that, like opportunities along the way will just like come up, and I think it's very important to remain open for opportunities, like, and have like this kind of slightly opportunistic approach. For example, this borderless project that I told you about, it was not planned when we did like our 2021 planning. We did not plan for it, but then there was an opportunity that one organization from France has reached out to us and said, like, are you interested like in doing this partnership? And we said like, yeah, like why not? Let's do it. So I think it's very important to remain open for opportunities and to be resilient in order not to kind of stop at the first obstacle. So yeah, like we had a lot of obstacles. We decided to kill some projects, but also like some projects came out along the way.
Thank you very much for that explanation. It is very important also for other associations, for other organizations like yours that are out there in the name of African Diaspora, because like I said before, we're here to learn from each other, trying to understand that things are not always perfect. We're continuously refining the idea. By understanding that, by hearing that from a project like yours, maybe they might take the courage. Okay, it cannot always work in most of the cases. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. So we are open to learning. Now, the last question for you is, what lies ahead now? Moving forward from here, what is ahead of the project? What is your plan? What is boiling in the pipeline?
So now, like what lies ahead, we have a huge strategy workshop in 1 week, I think. Yeah, in 1 week. And the thing is, like, it's also like related to your previous question on what has changed. And what we have noticed recently, that we need to work on our communication and on our messaging. And we thought also, let's revise our strategy. So like we will do kind of a strategy refresh, I would say, to our organization, and see like where to focus our strategy, where to focus on a geographic term, like where to focus on product terms, and like where in which sense should we kind of manage our community, and like what should we offer to our community. So we have a workshop on that in 2 weeks, And then based on that, we will also work on our messaging. So because it's like very important to have a messaging that all the people can understand and can directly relate to. So we want to work on these two things, the strategy and the communication. After that, we want to focus more on kind of developing our online community and kind of advertising for it and growing the community on our platform.